now. All right, we have Alpha Band coming through. Gringos Band. Pitudos Band. Gringos Band. And Pitudos first pick. All right. Churn Walker. Oops. My timer got a little bit messed up. I'll just reset this. Sorry about that. And Gringos. We see the pedal coming through. And Gringos Band. And Pitudos Band.
Pensando, no sé, no me doy una idea.
15 seconds.
Rona, pues sí.
And Pitudos pick.
Varón, no, varón.
10 seconds.
Sí. Varón.
All right. Gringos, 2 picks.
Tony. Tony.
We're on Gringos side. And Gringos. And Gwen. Lance and Gwen. All right, Pitudos last pick. 15 seconds.
Así. Si tú ves bien Tony de Tony,
5 seconds.
ya lo que tú sepas, mejor para ti.
Need to pick.
Shin, güey. Shin.
Shin.
Bugs.
Shin into the pedal. I would say those two heroes do a little bit better. Shin, he does have a very long B, which is going to be able to kill those minions in outrange pedal, and Baron with the exploding basic attacks are also going to kill those minions. And a pedal without minions is essentially just another decorative flower on the Halcyon Fold.
Cricket noises coming out of the side of Pitudos. Stream has crashed, and now we're just stuck with Los Gringos. Which we don't mind. The stream is generally quality, and now we see both teams. They are doing the forward rotation. They are pretty confident, at least somewhat, to maybe take that middle trend. Although we see now Los Gringos going away. They don't want to mess with the churn, not level one, and this is what happened.
Yep, that's surprising. I mean, or I should not too surprising, but like the pedal is quite strong also. But I would say she's a little bit stronger level two than she is level one. And Gwen really doesn't provide too much level one. She can just do a little bit of basic attacking. But yeah, overall, that churn level one is really gonna decide the early game here.
But now it's a really interesting thing now because if you're a Gwen, obviously you'd want to farm up, but at the same time they have a Baron, and he would have the exact same idea, just wanting to farm up, get some items, and then just get some big damage numbers out there.
Yeah, I just think the synergy on the side of the Pitudos comp is just a little bit higher here because the Churn is going to be able to win that early game. The Shin is going to provide an absolute a lot of mid game power, and then the Baron just goes into the late game. The Churn and the Shin don't fall off too much into the late game, but the Baron's going to be able to take over by that point, and you don't really see quite as much synergy happening on the side of the Los Gringos. While like Petal is the early game hero, if she's just completely by herself on that early game, she's not going to be able to dominate the jungle like she needs to. And unfed Petal is not going to be able to do too much, except perhaps maybe provide a little bit of heal later on in the game.
And we see both teams playing relatively safe, not too much aggression coming up from either side. They have better plans. Although they are increasing their speed, apparently. We see Los Gringos being a little bit more aggressive towards the middle. Elder could spawn at any time, once we can see the map. Churn though, getting his chains off, we just see like even just chaining those little bears, just damage that you otherwise wouldn't get from another support.
That's right. And it looks like that Elder Treant has spawned and once again goes uncontested to the side of Pitudos. And with the stream down, we're not exactly sure who is taking it. But it's a little bit surprising to see two in a row go to the side of Pitudos. But with the churn there, there's really not much that the side of Los Gringos can do.
I'm trying to see the numbers here, but they keep flickering too fast before I can read anything, so that's kind of pointless. Maybe you could have seen what the goal difference is.
It's 600. There's a 600 gold difference right now to the side of Pitudo. So you're basically talking about 200 gold per minute, maybe a little less. So it's negligible at the moment.
It is relatively even, though we see already that fast doing the big damage on his shin. As once he gets to level 6, which he did right now, he'll get his new power spike and maybe can do something here.
Fact and Baron both getting their level 6. The problem with level 6 Baron getting level 6, Baron gets huge power spikes at level 6, 9, and 12 because every single time that he levels up his ultimate, and there we go, the Gwen just goes down, just a huge blaze strike coming out of the Shin that just instantly goes down. However, Petal rotates in level 6. Looks like we're going to miss a little bit of this fight. I don't expect anybody to go down 2v3 here. No, Churn has no problem. He's just hook and chaining people up. The damage is coming out of the Shin and the Baron. Baron gets those power spikes every time he levels up his ultimate ability. He does get extended auto attack range. And then from the time where he's level of 12, he does have the longest auto attack range in the entire game, which is part of what makes him so dominant in that late game.
So we see the Gwen being really weak early game. Good on some of Pitudos playing together, sending that Baron ultimate down, damaging the Gwen even further, and then she is collected by the Shin. So that would be first blood going over to Pitudos, and that is a slight edge to their advantage. That maybe they can do something. Maybe they can take Gold Miner here. We see both two of the team members be in lane, and we see nobody on the map. So that's a potential Gold Miner, but it depends what the Pitudos team has in mind.
Yeah, that's right. And even though there was a first blood coming down there, and there it is, 267 gold going to each of the heroes on to Pitudos. So that's going to be just extend their gold lead by about 800 more. Um, Churn is rotating down. The Pitudos feels like they have the advantage. The Lance completely misses the Impale. Look at the amount of damage coming out of Shin before the fight even starts. Both of the carry heroes are have about a third of their health missing before there's even a major fight starting. And they're just going to have to back off. The minions take the turret. That's going to put a little bit of map pressure and a little bit more gold into the pocket of the side of Pitudos. We'll have to take a look at what that gold lead is now after that gold miner and turret going down.
For now, it seems everything's going pretty well for the Pitudos. Baron is still going to scale. He's still going to get those items, and that is their plan. They're not in a rush necessarily. They're getting small leads here and there, getting the gold miner, getting first blood. But still, that Baron's going to farm. He's going to get items, and that is the dangerous part.
Now look at this. I like that infusion coming out of the Gwen. She's finished her Sorrow Blade. She pulls out the infusion. Um, and it looks like the gold lead is about 1.9k, so it's about 2k gold lead now for the side of Pitudos. That's not insurmountable. Let's see if they can get a kill with this infusion. That would be pretty big if Gwen can start scaling up her damage a little higher. But if they're not able to do something with that in the next 2.5 minutes, then that's just going to be gold down the drain. Baron's completely caught out. Huge Shin damage. Huge Shin damage coming down. The Baron just made a unbelievable mistake. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. It looked to me like he jumped into the bush. Perhaps he was going for the jump over the wall and just missed it. It's unclear what happened there. And the Baron gets the counter kill. Huge. Just a wild guess, but the Baron game sense kicks in. He closes his eyes, he pushes the button, and it's not playing Kestrel, but we'll call that one a one-shot, one-kill with the Baron ultimate there.
We have to mention that Shin is now at level 8, so that is one of his biggest power spikes there. Although like level 6 could be another one. But once he gets to level 8, that A is going to have huge range, and he will really become a mid-game powerhouse.
That's right. We have to assume that the Shin is upgrading his Blaze Strike first, because that is what's going to give him that extended range. It's one of it has the same range as the Scarf A for those of you who find dodging the Spitfires annoying. However, it's instant. It can't be dodged. It's as fast as Jewel, and it goes as long as the Scarf A. So that's something where the Shin is going to spend the next couple of minutes having a great time poking down the side of Los Gringos.
We still saw the confidence from the Pitudos team. They know their draft. But Baron kind of going deep in there. But Lance going in, getting wall, taking damage though. But the Baron will come down to pedal, taking damage there too. Nobody dies for now.
Gwen has her aces high up.
But she is out of energy. She comes out too. But the Baron is now able to trade as well. Aces high doesn't connect with anybody. It just goes away, and now Flask gets popped. Lands really low, and that is going down.
Here we go. We have the pedal. is just using her ultimates to heal up and do damage. But because she wasn't able to get that early game lead, the turn has the two hook and chains on each of the two carry heroes, and Gwen also goes down. This is starting to look a little bit more like a snowball. They spent that entire fight, a good 15 seconds, just tanking the Crystal Miner, and it completely didn't matter. They were just tanking the Crystal Miner and fighting all at the same time. They're up 6K gold. That is a 4K gold difference in 3 minutes from the last time that we checked that.
Pitudos team, again, choosing his fights correctly, playing it really well. And Baron, as always, as we've mentioned many times before, he's going to keep scaling, but the Shin, when you're that far ahead, the Shin is going to do immense amount of damage. And Churn likes to be ahead. As Larry just gets terribly caught out, he's nowhere near anyone, can't get help, and he goes down.
And at this point, Gumpy, there's about 2 minutes until the Kraken spawns. I'm expecting Pitudos to understand the macro, to understand that they can just keep pushing down lane, rotating through Los Gringos jungle. Maybe they'll take the gold miner one last time at about 11 minutes and 15 seconds, and then just wait for the Kraken to spawn, take it. I think this game is already in the bag for Pitudos as long as they don't make any major mistakes here.
But this is definitely Pitudo's team to lose. They are the ones that decide who wins and loses here. They have all the cards. Fax, that is going very close, very confident in that, but nobody dies just yet. Although we see Lance on the mini map, he's being very confident, but nobody dies again, and they stop the fight.
It looks like that the side of Pitudos is holding all of the cards, and Fax agrees. So it looks like he was just extending, maybe even a little bit overextending underneath. But the last card was held by Gwen. It was that Ace's High card, and when she threw it at the Shin, she just completely missed on it. I think if that connects, then the kill comes out on Shin. That could have been a throw, but Gwen wasn't able to execute on the mistake made by Shin there.
Yep, most definitely. It'll be now really, it'll be a dangerous time now that Kraken is gonna come up in just under a minute. We see the mini mappers. They're taking gold miner
There we
again.
go. At 11:30.
The enemies. There's more gold into Pitudo's pocket. Very confident. They know they have the better draft. Gwen just takes too much, and plus they have the damage. Just the burst, and Petal just can't retaliate against this.
Gwen having to spend a little bit of money onto the Halcyon Chargers just because she keeps running out of energy. The tier 2 boots are just not enough for her. Petal is just getting poked down before the fight even starts. They're able to do any damage. The Ace's High does connect to time, but it doesn't matter. Pitudos are just too far ahead. They have two infusions coming through. We even see a surrender coming through on the side of Los Gringos. It looks like Lance is probably going to go down here. I'd be surprised if anything happens besides Kraken being taken, pushing down to win, and this game should be over in the next minute or so.
Yep. It's the Churn, Shin, and Baron damage. You have just entirely bursty build, and you connect that with Churn, who just transfer that burst to other heroes, and that just becomes unstoppable. So honestly, the way to counter this was probably in draft, maybe pick something more aggressive, and you don't want to get the Shin this high up and do so much damage. We saw that one ultimate, whatever it's called, from Shin, just bursting down the Gwen instantly, and she can't do anything against that. She cannot cleanse 5,000 million damage.
And look at this macro. This side of Pitudos pulls the Kraken to their side of the map, so it takes longer walking around the entire map, giving them enough time to move in, take the Crystal Tree, and take the jungle one last time, deny any of that little bit of extra healing to the side of Los Gringos, so that they are the most powerful they can possibly be for this last Kraken push.
All right, see how things are gonna go. If this, considering the choke point is down, this will be a very decisive moment.
Huge ion cannon.
Things go terribly wrong.
Oh, the turn ult is blocked.
Very good. The Kraken still a decent amount of health and only one turret left.
Unbelievable. The Kraken still is half health. Fax is down a little bit, but it's just they're just able to just poke. The Shin has that Blaze Strike. The Baron has his just basic attacks. They're killing Gwen and Petal at their complete liberty. Kraken, meanwhile, is just wailing down on the Crystal, and that is going to take game 2 goes to the side of the Pitudos. You know what that means, folks? We are getting our first game 3 of the tournament. That was just